Hey there, not 52 cards here with another little bit of a video. Now I've gotten massive response in the past week. Hey dude, why is it that you look like 52 cards? Why is it that you look more like a terrorist without the mask? Hey man, what it is about not having a mask on that makes it seem like you're number one on the FBI's most wanted list? I didn't expect this level of racism. I'm almost feeling a little bit insecure about making videos now because all I'm getting is just a mass amount of racism. And when in this channel have I ever promoted, made racist jokes, made derogatory comments about African Americans or women or other genders or other races? I've never done that on this channel. So please don't leave any racist comments in the comment section below as to what it is that I look like, what it is that my race could possibly be, what country of origin I'm from, because they really make me feel a little bit bad. It makes me feel like it really makes me feel like doing things that I might regret. So today I have a little bit of a card control because it seems like people like card controls because magicians love control. They love to control the people around them. They like to control the spectators that watch them perform. They like to control their parents from the basement. So today I'm going to show you guys, very easy. If you want to call it a self-working pass, just to try to trick YouTube into thinking that the video is a little bit better than it is, then you know what? I'm going to call it a self-working pass. I was going to put this on the Card Academy, but I decided not to. I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to put this for the masses. I'm going to give this to everyone here. I'm going to have everyone enjoy the fruits of my labor here into this self-working pass, if you would. Oh, what's the Academy? You might be asking. Well, the Academy is the best thing that ever happened since the 2002 war in Iraq. $5 a month gets you 2 videos every single week going over card and coin stuff from a beginner all the way to expert level tuition. If you're part of the $5 tier, guess what? You get 4 videos a week because you get the piggybacker tutorials that I don't post anywhere else. And if you do the $10, I know it's a little bit more expensive, but guess what? You could go a month without having a White Claw and give it to your boy Piggy because you go in the mentalism tier. You're getting 5 videos a week, including one really hardcore mentalism tutorial for those of you guys that are into that sort of stuff. You fucking sickos. Go ahead, check it out. Pigcake Magic Academy. Get some. So today we're going to be using these Bin Wang playing cards. Even though I just got some Jerry's Nuggets, I'm going to be using Bin Wang playing cards to show my dedication to the Bin Wang gang. T-shirts coming soon for the podcast, which is called Ham Radio. You should check out the YouTube channel in the description below. Every Wednesday I go live with DJ Daniel Dizzle and we talk a lot of stuff. Sometimes it's magic, sometimes it's life, because there's more to life than magic tricks. So here is the actual control itself. Let's say you have a card picked and it happens to be the 5 of spades. When the act of just closing up the deck and showing the card to the spectator, well, guess what? You could control that card very, very easily to the top of the deck. I know, it seems like a little bit of an obvious move. You're using a reverse spread to control the actual card to the top of the deck, but guess what? The reverse spread is one of those underrated moves that not a lot of people do. Not a lot of people know about it. It's an underground secret here. So I'm going to be teaching you the real work on this particular control. And hopefully you're going to be using it to blow some minds and blow some loads. So usually when it comes to a pass, you're doing a very, very complicated set of movement to try to get that card to the top. Whereas this one, the pass, if you want to call it that, is masked by an action, and the action happens to be showing the card to the spectator. Now the reverse spread is something I first saw done by Al Schneider. Al Schneider is the creator of the Matrix, that little card trick where you have the coins and the 4 cards, and all the Asians do them to the disappointment of their parents because their parents wanted them to be doctors. Instead they're doing coin tricks. So he did a little bit of a talk about the reverse spread on one of his old LNL videos, and he did it to do a very, very effective force of a playing card. So here I thought, oh man, that also works as a control because we love to control things as magicians. So here's the move done as a control. Again, all you're doing is you're spreading the cards, the spectator's picking one, you're showing the cards to the spectator. In this case, they could have picked any one of these cards, but they happen to pick their card. Please remember it, sir, don't forget it. Oh, your card's already on top of the deck, controlled, ready for whatever trick you need it for. So let's break that down a little bit further. So first things first, you're going to need to get a break underneath the card that the spectator picks. Let's say that it's this one over here. You're going to square up the deck and get your little pinky in there. Now, usually I would say, oh, like Sarah from the 5th grade prom, but you know that that's not the name of the person that I stuck my pinky in, judging by my face. Okay, Google. Stereotypical Arab female names.
I can search the web for that. Just tap the search chip below.
Bitch. You know her name was not Sarah. Her name was probably Akila. Aliyah. Naima. Malika. So you get a pinky break right above their card. And here all you're going to do is you're going to spread the cards above the break just like this. Now you could show the spectator the cards that they could have picked until you get to the break. Now when you get to the break, here's the actual move that you're going to need to do. Now you want to make sure that both halves are square as possible here. The upper half is going to be a little bit messy because guess what? You spread it. It doesn't have to be perfectly square, but any amount of squared here is better than like this, because you're going to have to do a reverse spread in a moment, and you want the cards to be relatively square here. So what you're going to do now is, as you turn your hands up, you're going to reverse spread both halves of the deck. So your left hand is going to push off with the fingertips underneath. That's what's going to happen here with the left hand. The right hand is going to push off with the thumb towards the left. So one more time, the left hand is pushing with the fingertips underneath towards the right. The left hand is pushing with the thumb towards the left. Now you're doing this as you bring these cards up, so then you could push clumps of cards from the right hand underneath the packet in the left hand. Now notice that it does continue the spread. So the action here would look like a spread if you're doing it from the right hand to the left hand. You see that little bit of an action? That's the move we're trying to approximate. However, you notice that when we're doing that, we actually cut the card surreptitiously, which is my favorite black stripper name, to the top of the deck. So one more time here with the card face up, let's just say they touched this card and you've had them sanitize their dirty, disgusting spectator hands. You're going to spread through until you get to the break. So we're spreading until we get to the actual pinky break. I don't know if that was clear enough in the beginning here. So now we're going to bring these two cards up. As we're showing this card to the spectator, we're going to spread to the break. We're then going to continue off the spread by spreading these cards from the right hand underneath to the left hand. So it should just look like you're continuously spreading the deck all the way to the bottom, but really you've actually cut the deck and cut the cards to the top without the spectator being aware of it. So it should just look like you're spreading through the cards and showing the cards to the spectator, and that's the action that masks the actual cut itself. So at speed, it just looks like this. Let's say the spectator touches this one. You're going to put it back in the deck. You're going to show them some cards here. When you get to the break, you're just going to spread these cards from the right hand to the left, and that is what's going to facilitate the actual hidden pass action, or the cut, or the displacement on top of the deck. So it's a very, very easy move to do. Again, all you're doing is reverse spreading the cards. You're reverse spreading the cards. Again, as I mentioned earlier, this move works tremendously well. Al Schneider did it as a force, where the spectator would call stop, and he'll draw attention to that card, which happens to be the bottom card, but that's his move. That's a very, very hot move, but that was the basis for this particular move, which is pretty substantial, I would say. I recommend checking out his works. If you could find the old L&L publishing tapes, as you could see from the actual face that I have, I'm just a loser. Some people thought I was older than I am. No, I'm just a loser. That's like magic for way too long. So that's the control. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys. This is the end portion of the video, with just the outro. Most of you guys leave. If you look at the actual retention rates, it's like a bell curve. So we have a lot of people skipping the beginning because they're like, oh man, Pigcake's gonna say some dumb stuff. Then the tutorial, that's when all the views come in. Everyone's like, yeah, let me see the tutorial, and then come to the end of the video, they just get back to I don't know, watching puzzle videos, watching videos of Anne Reading cook and bake, watching tutorials for camera work, watching, videos of very voluptuous African-American women having coitus inside of Miami sub restaurants. That's what people tend to watch, all right, after they jump off from my video. But thank you guys. Make sure to check out all the stuff in the description. Ham Radio, which is the podcast, you could check that out. Episode 1's already up. Episode 1 already up, already on Christmas. Your boy doesn't stop, all right? No GMC is going to stop me. Nothing's going to stop me. Check out the Academy if you want a little bit of a hot videos. 300 videos. I don't know if I mentioned that in my shilling portion. Over 300 videos already there for your entertainment. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to go figure out different ways to get off of the FBI watch list.